Welcome to our Aphex video tutorial. We're going to start here by taking a look at the template, and this is Aphex. It's a very nice business site, and as we scroll down you see we have our inset area here with some information. Then we go into our Deluxe News Pro to create articles with a grid layout from Joomla, and then we've got our Meet the Team here, and this Meet the Team has got CSS3 effects. And this is also our Deluxe News Pro. And as we scroll down, here's our Socializer module where you can put your social links in here. And then we have 4 instances of our contact wall. And we've added some nice features here. Contact, that takes you right to the contact page. Directions, that'll give you a nice pop-up here with directions to the office. And then we have our footer. So let's scroll back up here, and as you see, more CSS3 effects. And let's look at what we've got as far as the layout here on the home page. This, of course, is our logo. We have our menu in the menu bar left position, and it's using the suckerfish style for the drop downs. And then here we have our News Pro module, and this is basically a Joomla article with links to the Joomla article and links to the Joomla category. And then we have a custom HTML module here with our logos and the text in it. And then, like I said, here, this is all an inset up here. And down here, we have user 1, and this is occupied by the Deluxe News Pro with our content articles and the link to Joomla content articles. And then here we have user 19, which again is News Pro. User 37, which is the small bar here with our social icons. And then these are bottom 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the footer. So let's go ahead and look at the Joomla content layout real quickly here and see what we've got. This is your standard Joomla content, and what this is we're using our left featured page class here to actually show Joomla content in a different fashion. Normally you have just a single column or a 2 column. So here we're actually doing something different with a featured article here and 2 smaller ones. To show you some more of the layouts, we have the right featured and the center featured. And then here we have our 2 column, which is just a standard for Joomla content. And we've also included article sidebars in this. And as you can see here, this is sidebar left and sidebar right. Now this is a pretty neat feature that we have in our templates, that basically what it does is it gives you modules for sidebar left and sidebar right. So let's say that you want to have a content layout, and let's say you go to the category here, and on this menu item you want to not have a right column or a left column. That's kind of hard to do in Joomla right now, because if you put a right column on this menu link, then you'll have the right column on the article link. But what if you don't want to have a right column here, but when you go to the article, you want to have a right column? Well, this is where the sidebars come in, because you can publish a sidebar and it's only going to show on the Joomla content page, not on the category page. So this is going to save you a lot of time having to create sub-menus and dummy menus just to get the desired look that you want. As well, we have styled up the login form and all the forms that you have in your basic Joomla. So you can see contact, everything's styled nicely. And we've given you 4 styles. Here's style 1, style 2, style 3, and finally style 4. And now let's check the layouts. Our templates come with regions, and let me just explain this to you real quickly here. The layout, as you see, here's the layout for the template. As you see, insets region 1, then you have left 2, right 2 with the user 1 through 6 positions. These are in region 2. Region 3 holds the main component, as well as these other module positions in your standard left and right. Then 4 has left 4, some more modules, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 regions. So what this is going to do for you is you can have alternative layouts. As you see here, here's the regions 1 through 9. And you actually put this in for your template administrator. And this can be used in the administration panel to say if you want to prototype your website and you want to put everything in module positions and then you'd like to rearrange it quickly, you can do that in the back end to get your desired look. You can also link to other pages and have alternative layouts by just adding it in to the link. So let's take a look at some of these alternative layouts. Here's region 1, 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9. So as you see, Meet the Team is now here. And the News Pro's down here, and these are down here. So that was a quick rearrangement of our content. Now let's take a look at a more minimal view. Meet the Team, the News Pro, and the bottom area. And now let's go even more minimal. This is just 1, 2, and 3. And one more layout. And we'll go back to the original. So let's take a real quick look over here at some of the stuff I was talking about in the template administrator. So first let's go over here to the main menu. And let's go over here to these right featured and center featured and left featured. To actually get that style for your Joomla content, you'll just go ahead and create a category blog, Joomla content, and your blog layout, you're going to want to set the leading articles to 3, intro to 4 or more, but the leading should always be 3. And then down here in your page display options, for the page class, you type in right large. And you can do that for right large, left large, or center large. And that's what gives you the alternative layouts that we were looking at over here. Next, let's check the main menu. And we'll go over to the Module Manager. And we're going to be looking for the position menu bar left. Here's our main menu. Of course, it's just a standard Joomla menu. And here in our advanced options, we have it set for responsive because this is a responsive template. And then you have your menu class suffix. Notice that we put suckerfish in with a space. You can put dual fish in for a dual column or drop line for a drop line style. This is how you change the style of the menu. Now let's head over to the template manager and let's open up Aphex and see that you have your global settings. You can have a default layout here, the default or the mobile layout. Of course, this is responsive, so we have the mobile detection turned off. But if you wanted to use the mobile template when somebody views it on a mobile, say you want to have something totally unique, you can enable that and then it will cue the mobile template. And for our layout settings, you have your default, which you're using the default grid. Here's your template style, 1 through 4. Module fade in, and that's to fade in the modules when it loads. Has a nice little fade in effect that we have off for the demo. You might want to check into that and see how it runs on your site once you install it. We turn it off because it's some nice little fading in stuff, but you know, in most real world scenarios it's better to have an optimal site than nice little flashy things. But we've tested it, it works in most server situations, but you might want to test that on and off and see. So and here's the mobile. Mobile, you select which style you want. So then we have the grid settings. And this is your basic padding for the regions and the separators, your left width, your right width, and these are all based on spans from a 12-column grid. So we're saying take up a span of 3, and you can play with that. That's basically how Bootstrap is working within your template. And then into the style settings, let's take a look at style 1. As you see, you've got your background image. Here's the base color. This is the base color scheme. Your header, and here's how you select your logo. Basically, you'll just upload your logo to the template folder in the images folder under the logos, and then it'll appear here, and you can select your logo from here. And then you have to set the width and the height for it. Here's the menu colors, the drop-down colors, all the region information, and then you'll get down into this is your core module, your typography, and then we have our typography settings. And this is your basic global font size, your main menu size, your component heading font family, your H1 sizes, and this is for the font face. You can select the font face you want to use. And then finally we have our advanced settings, and this allows you to use the CSS mode. Do you want to load all the files as separate files, as a single file, or embed them in the head? And then we added CSS compression here. And then you have your front page components. Now this is if you don't want to have the Joomla article, featured articles on the home page, you can select no components. If you want to show a certain component on the home page and you've selected it, you'll need to select it from the components here, or all components. And I hope this has helped in setting up Aphex. We'll have some more videos up shortly, so see you next time.